English with Deck.
Hello, it's Deck here from Deck English with another episode of English with Deck. Let's go. Okay, now guys, there are many good habits that we practice. There are many not so great habits that we practice. And unfortunately, there are plenty of habits which are definitely not so great at all. In fact, probably a better word for that would be negative habits. And, everyone is different. So let's say that off the bat. Everyone is different. Everyone has different needs. Everyone has different qualities that they want to aspire to. Everyone has different aspirations and different schedules. So what works for one person doesn't always work for another. But. One thing which is important to everyone, whether you're young or old, middle-aged, married, single, in a long-term relationship, having a fling, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The thing which is important, not just to you as a person, but to your mind and your heart and everything about you, is sleep. If we sleep enough, not only do we feel great, but we act a lot better. We are able to recall information, great for studying. Feel free to have a listen to the podcasts such as Deck English, English with Deck, anytime after a great night's sleep, and you might happen to recall the information just that little bit better. Or maybe when we're taking some lessons online or in the classroom, we might sort of be able to concentrate better. When I have students who have clearly had a bad night's sleep, it shows. When I teach after a bad night's sleep, it shows. But on the flip side, when my students have a good night's sleep, again it shows. I know straight away. And when I've had a bad night's sleep, I'm going to guess they know. Most of them, I have had one student who said, Deck, you look like you're really tired. But that was one time just after my second daughter was born. So I think I can be forgiven for that. But anyway, the point I am trying to make here is sleep is important, We sleep well, we feel well. We sleep well, we act well. We sleep well, we think and well. Okay? So for every aspect in our lives, sleeping is detrimental. Great word there, detrimental. It is one of the most, if not the most important things. Okay, now here I just want to go into a little bit of a confusing topic for a lot of learners. And that is the difference between waking up late and sleeping in. Now these two words, they sound pretty similar, but there's subtle differences. In fact, they're not so subtle, but they are there. There's quite a few differences there. Oh, that's a good tea. 1 second. Ooh. Okay, so basically, sleeping in and waking up late. Okay, so sleeping in is intentionally staying in bed later than usual to sort of rest more. So, typical days for sleeping in are your day off. maybe, for example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we wake up very early. So Saturday and Sundays, we sleep in. We get extra rest. You know, it's usually planned, okay? Not always, but it can be a planned choice, or it can be unintentional. But in contrast, you know, waking up late, well, that implies you woke up past your scheduled or desired time to wake up. So maybe tomorrow I need to wake up early. I've got to be up at 6:30. Okay, set my alarm. Beep, 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 beep. Snooze. It's 7:30. I'm late for work. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I made it. Whew. Wow, I wish I didn't wake up late this morning. Now, waking up late can be to do with caused by a whole number of factors. You know, it sometimes it's due to oversleeping, as we say, or disrupted or an inconstant schedule. Very good word there, inconstant. Okay, so some key points just to finish us off today. Now, remember, the intent and the control. Okay, so sleeping in is usually for enjoyment or rest. Whether or not intentional, it's usually for enjoyment or rest. Whereas waking up late, well, that's quite often a mistake or a consequence of going to bed too late. Okay, now remember, when you're sleeping in, it usually means you've gotten perfect amount, adequate, or even extra sleep. Whereas waking up late, you could feel too tired, or even more tired actually, because you slept for a short period, had a poor sleep, or even, you know, because you woke up in a rush, like I just showed you, you feel really unrested, to be simple with you. Okay, and you know, this is so important. There is a word which I'm about to say, which is a real messy word to say. So the word is circadian rhythm. One more time. Circadian rhythm. Okay, now that is the rhythm, excuse me, sorry, that is the rhythm of your sleep. Basically, your body's, let's say, inner clock, you know, basically your circadian rhythm tells you how much sleep you need, sleeping and waking cycle. For example, between 11 and let's say 7, maybe your body will slow down, get ready for bed, whereas in the daylight hours it was more likely to be awake and active. Your body is. Therefore, your circadian rhythm is very, very delicate, and I'm so sorry, circadian rhythm. See, difficult to pronounce. That was a slip of the tongue. Circadian rhythm is very important to maintain and look after. So yeah, if you regularly wake up late or stay up late, it will really disrupt your rhythm, leading to poorer, well, health for your body, poorer mental health included. Now remember guys, sleep is so important. So occasional sleeping in is, well, less detrimental to your long-term health without a doubt. So guys, make sure you go to bed early, get a good sleep, drink lots of water, and keep on studying. But for now guys, it is time to say goodbye. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, Have a good one and see you in the next one. Bye now.